Torpor, welcome in, and congratulations on being officially the fastest thing alive, claiming first in the chat for this most seasonal of streams. I hope you're doing well today. I say it's most seasonal, but what we're playing tonight is not very seasonal at all. We will, however, tomorrow be playing something by the same company that is exceptionally relevant to the season. Hi, Porthos. We have a Porthos joining us on the chair as well. You'll get to see him in a moment. Sheridan, hello, welcome in, and thank you so much for being subscribed for
Sheridan has been a sub for 26 months.
Hell.
Very naughty, been a minute, glad to catch a stream again at long last. Hope you're having a wonderful day. /.
Hey Buff, hey Podlord, welcome in, I hope you're both doing well. We do gotta pet that dog, so give me a moment, seeing as he sat in the chair. I don't know how good this is going to be, how clear this is going to be. Oh no, that's actually pretty clear considering. I've got like evil light on me at the moment, so that's great. Okay, let's give you a treat, shall we, Porthos, seeing as it has been requested. Merry Eve of Christmas Eve. Are you as wrecked as I? I hope not. No, I am not. I am not drinking this Christmas at all. Alcohol's a bit too expensive for me this year, so... Got a fuck ton of cheese, though. Okay, there is a reason that we've got our little seasonal squig on screen rather than the game, and that's because the menu music for Bahnsen Nights is so good. I wanted you folks to be able to hear the whole thing rather than just the bit that was playing on loop. It's just a really good tune. It's an absolute bop. Very anxious today, have been for a few hours, was thinking of just going to bed. That's not necessarily a bad plan considering, Buff. I mean, I'm so happy that you've popped in and said hello, but if you're not feeling up to it, yeah, maybe some rest is just what the doctor ordered. I meant wrecked as in tired. Oh, no, I'm always tired, Pudlord. I'm always tired. So yes, probably am as wrecked as you are. I had a nap before the stream, unintentionally, whilst I was watching Interview with the Vampire, so that was good. Woke up to some gay vampire sex. That's the thing that happened today. Cheese is good. Cheese is very good. We do love a bit of cheese. Okay, so it's Christmas Eve, or Christmas Adam, as Cypher referred to it on the Discord earlier. Bravo, Cypher. Hi, Rocket. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I've given DMAC the night off. It's basically Christmas, right? I said to him, do you want to play it today? And he said, not this weekend. And I went, okay. I was planning to do this anyway, but, you know, I like to make sure the bar staff have agency. So we're going to play some Bahnsen Nights, which Captions does not understand at all. Thank you for the treat for Porthos, Buff. This is the third and final Pixel Pulp adventure in the first season of Pixel Pulp Adventures. Sounds like they will be doing another season of them. Very exciting. Oh, Buff, thank you very much for the treat for the bar staff. As you might have seen there, HobbyTan, who is dressed up for Christmas, has already had theirs. Mine is a little gummy meerkat. Thank you. I don't have any Christmassy treats this year because I couldn't afford to buy them in time for Christmas. So, just got what I got. And that's okay. Because all treats are nice. So this is classic HobbyTan, courtesy of Pando. However, not being done through Pando. I'm hoping next year I can save some money up and hire Carve, who did my avatar, to do a whole new suite of HobbyTan animations. But for now, we have these ones. Oh, damn! Soup! Thank you so much
Weird
for
Soup
being
One has
subscribed
been
for
a sub
16 months with your Bezos butts.
Very naughty. Happy New Year's. Bezo butts all round.
So, as Buff alluded to a moment ago, intentionally or otherwise, there you go. He's gone back to his bed, so... Oh no, he's buggered off out of the room. Never mind. This is the third and final installment in the Pixel Pulp Adventure series, which started with Mothman 1966, which I know folks here really enjoyed. I know I did. Varney the Vampire was the second in the series, which was kind of a Stand By Me kind of story, but with a vampire. It was really good. It was accidentally. I just like Mothman. Me too. I like Mothman too. We're gonna have some Mothman spam tonight, I see. Nothing wrong with that. We love a bit of moth spam. And this is the third one. Bahnsen Nights. Bahnsen. Bahnsen Nights. Which is, what if Twister, the 1990, I want to say 8 movie, but the tornadoes take you to hell. Twister meets Constantine. I'm quite looking forward to it, and have been since it came out, since they announced it actually, but it came out on the 14th of this month, and I've been waiting for a good opportunity to share it with you all. Sounds better than Twister? Well, that's not difficult. I really like Twister, but in a so bad it's good kind of way. Such a silly film. So, are we ready? Remember to save the game from time to time. Oh wow, it's like they put this reminder in just for me. For anyone that doesn't remember or wasn't here for it when we were playing Mothmen, I had to do an entire stream's worth of content again offline because I sort of kind of forgot to save and got myself killed after 4 hours. I was unaware of any of this and now I feel I have to check out the Pixel Pulp series. Okay, so just so you know, good timing. Hey, Hans, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Yes, we get second Christmas. We also get second Christmas in this house because we had Christmas with my mum yesterday. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas Eve, first Christmas and second Christmas with your family. And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas in general and a wonderful New Year if I don't speak to you before. Thank you for popping in to say hello, though. Yeah, so the Pixel Pulps collection, all 3 games as a single thing, is currently on sale as part of the Steam Winter Sales. So if you do want to pick these up, now is a great time to do so. I think if you only want to get Bahnsen Nights on its own, that's full price at like 12 quid, I think, something like that. But if you already own the other 2 games in the series, then it's like 6 quid, because that's what it cost me. Because I went for the complete your collection option on Steam, which is always good for a little bargain. Okay, let's see. Episode 1. There's something heavy in the air. Some kind of tension. It's not just silence that follows his pauses. It's expectation. Son of a bitch knows how to talk. Dozens of people listen to Tony's sermon with tears in their eyes. After each pause, they wait. Suspense making their pulses race. And Tony knows it. You notice the way he waits before starting certain lines. How he builds up the crowd's energy, makes the most of every silence. Although you've heard his speeches before, you can't help but notice that there's a certain magnetism in his words. You remember that before the storms, Tony had been a used car salesman. Did you know that the idea that hell is below us was etched into the Western subconscious by a 14th century poem? Tornadoes Taking You to Hell sounds like an X-Files episode. To be honest with you, all three of the Pixel Pulps have had very X-Files-y kind of vibes in terms of their plots, and I love that, being a big X-Files nerd as it is. Best of luck with the packing, Hans. Tony claims that more than 500 years ago, the devil sat behind Dante Alighieri and dictated the verses of the Divine Comedy to him. You look around. You can feel the contained energy, and you know it won't be much longer. Where do you think the tornadoes that plague our country come from? Don't be fooled. You close your eyes and feel the hairs on your arms stand on end. Hell isn't below us. No. Not beneath our feet. God's Below, a poem, is to be blamed for that. Of current day knowledge, I would rather say that hell is above, what with the hostile vacuum waiting to murder us all. Also, hi all, hey soul, and funnily enough, that's exactly what this game is about. What if tornadoes took you to hell? In the sky.
Hello there.
A bit harsh. Dante wasn't the best guy, but still. Hey. Sky hell, yeah, exactly. Thing is, if Satan whispers sweet nothings to you, doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person. Just sort of happens like that sometimes. And also, we have a dog in the chair, so dog in chair protocol has been activated. He's looking at me all sour because I've not given him any more food. Just so that you folks can see him properly, I've turned my desk lamp on. We will indeed pat the dog in the back room. Did you say please? You say please? Good boy. He's like, why would I say please for such a basic treat? Satan is always whispering sweet nothings to me. Hey D, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today, mate. Merry Capitalistic Celebration Day, Pope Voss. Oh, Soul as well, thank you. And there was a treat for the bar staff as well. You're not on duty tonight, D, but if you want to take a treat for yourself as well, please do. My treat is a little cherry cola bottle. Thank you very much. Aww. That's fantastic, Soup. I love it when you get cute pictures of pets. BMAC, thank you for contributing to the Sierra Point and Click No Peeking Challenge. We are over 50% completed for that. And I have bumped the number of days left on it back up, what with me not streaming this week. Mod Hale, thank you for contributing to the Sierra Point and Click No Peeking Challenge. And I think I forgot to say hello to you when you came in. Of course, hell is above us. It's why managers and CEOs have top floor offices, to be closer to home. Oh, and now I feel really bad because that was a fucking belter of a joke. Well done. Mod Hale, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today, and I am so sorry it took me so long to welcome you. There we go. Like, I knew you'd come in because I saw HobbyTan wave at you and everything. I'm not on my game tonight. Should point out that the dog looks shocked because he's an old man and his eyes and ears don't work as good as they used to. Cat took him by surprise. Oh no. Oh no. See, Porthos is just moping because my mum and my aunt were here yesterday and they're both dog lovers. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mod Hale. I hope it goes away soon. So he was doted upon, he had snacks, he had cuddles, and after they left, he was just so miserable. And he's been a petulant little shit ever since, haven't you? I let him get spoiled for one day. One day. Anyway. You crazy son of a bitch. Hell is above us all. People recognise the end of the sermon and you feel like something finally breaks. He's got an attention hangover, yeah, basically. A huge amount of energy gets released. And the clamour is deafening. You wonder if this is the same crowd. If the same crowd could be heard over the passing of an F5 tornado. Trying not to draw too much attention, you walk away from the scene by strolling to the other side of the barn. You light a cigarette and take a few drags. You can still hear them cheering. You grab your head. What are you thinking? You didn't infiltrate the Bahnsen Knights to analyse their leaders' sermons. You need to know what happened to Kupra. You think of your partner, of the work at the agency, all the beers you shared. Kupra is the godfather of your 3-year-old daughter. The day she was born, he promised that whatever happened to you, he would be there for her. You feel an emptiness in your stomach and try to think of something else. I still can't understand why you smoked that brand, Boulder. Tony! He's getting settled now. You're startled back into the present. I see you folks have found the additional things that you can do with HobbyTan. Pudlord, thank you for the posture check. Mod Hell, thank you for the stretch. I'll do those now. Thank you very much. Oh, and a hydrate as well. We're going for a Meat Mecha triple combo. So let's get that Meat Mecha maintenance done. Thank you for the hydrate. Folks, I know it's early days, but if you want to take this opportunity to also have a little stretch, have a little sip, and unshrimp in your chair, please do so. Meat Mecha maintenance, very, very important. You take care of your spine and the rest of your body, and it will, to the best of its ability, take care of you. So, thank you everyone for making sure that I look after my body. You didn't hear him coming. I need some air. Here. Tony shakes the keychain close to your face. You don't really seem to have a choice, and grab the keys. Soup, thank you for contributing to the Sierra Point and Click No Peeking Challenge. Is there something wrong with my Sierra? No, it's not that. Today's sermon was intense. I need you to drive me in my Sierra. What about mine? Should I leave it here? Yeah, don't worry. Tomorrow a new driver joins the group, and we're going to use the barn for the baptism. A new baptism? This soon? You stare at Tony, looking for a sign. Nothing. It's not the first time Tony's had someone drive him in his car, but it's the first time he's asked you. Let's hurry before everyone heads out. You walk to Tony's Ford Sierra and get into the driver's seat. I'll sit in the back. Need to stretch my legs a bit. You turn the keys and hear the engine roar. Step on it, Boulder. Don't be shy. No worries at all, Pudlord. You get some good rest in. Meet Mega Triple Combo! Indeed. I keep thinking he's going to fall off the chair. The colours are beautiful, but I must leave. They are, aren't they? I was actually just about to talk about that. So, Mothman was predominantly green with little hints of blue and yellow. Varney was mostly yellow. It was a very, very light, airy palette in comparison to the other two. Little splashes of green and a pale blue. Very summery, very bright. And then Bahnsen Nights is just these very, very stark, traditionally synthwave reds and magentas. Really, really striking palette. I love the work that LCB do with limited colour palettes. I'm a big nerd for limited colour palette pixel art as it is. It's one of my favourite things to do myself, because it forces you to be creative about how you represent what you're trying to get across. Because you can't just go, oh, well, I've got 40 colours I can use, so I'll just use this slightly different shade to depict this particular little detail. You have to be really, really careful about how you place those pixels. And seeing as we've got a black background here, where we don't place any pixels at all, the absence of pixels is just as important as the presence of them in this kind of pixel art. And I think the artists at LCB do a really, really good job of conveying some really detailed, really beautiful art with very, very few colours. We've got, I think I can count about 7, maybe 8 colours there. Got 2 different magentas. We've got 2 different reds. We've got a white and 2 different cyans. So yeah, 7. Excluding the black, because that's the backdrop. 8 if you want to push the boat out. And it's really, really good. Like, you know exactly what that is. Why did he ask you to drive him? Why not ask one of the others? Could it be because he found you near where the cars were parked and just wanted to hurry? What was that about a new baptism? Oh yes, Soul. I would love to see vampire minis done in this colour palette. That would be very nice. And I think, like, limited colour palettes don't have to just be a digital art thing. Any description. I think doing limited colour palettes on miniatures could be really, really interesting and really rewarding if it's done well. So I'd love to see that. But like I said, I'm a big nerd for a limited colour palette. Based on what you've heard, neither candidate's ready yet. So there are 2 candidates for baptism. Even though you try to focus on the route, you can't help but think that something is wrong. Also, I really like the use of dithering. Like, it's very, very stark, but it works really well. A doubt forms like a cloud in your mind. What does Tony know? Tony must be lying down because you can't see him in the rearview mirror. Even though you want to see what Tony is doing back there, you decide not to make any more suspicious moves. Tony, we don't have to chat, Boulder. What does he mean? Your hands sweat on the steering wheel. You try to calm down and think. Tony's voice came from behind the passenger seat. You don't know what Tony is doing back there, and he doesn't want to talk either. Music might help you think more clearly. You turn on the radio. Static. Turn to the left. You feel some movement at the back. Hi, Amelia. Welcome in. I hope it was a nice service and a good send-off for whoever it was for. And I hope you're doing okay. Leave it there. Listen. You recognize the song, and a chill runs down your spine. It's an old blues song about betrayal. You focus on the song's lyrics, and everything falls into place. Oh, Amelia, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope your little brother's okay. And as I said before, I hope it was a good send-off for your sister. Big hugs. Tony knows. He knows you infiltrated the Bahnsen Knights. He knows you're investigating what happened to Kupra. Son of a bitch just knows. So what would he do now? Would he wait until he got out of the car and shoot you in the back of the head? You grip the wheel tight with both hands. Tony would never kill anyone inside of one of his Sierras. You think of your daughter, of Kupra, of the promise he made you that no one would ever fulfill. Boulder, the truck! Everything happened too fast, and although Tony wasn't killed instantly, neither of you survived the frontal collision with the truck. Ah, shit, I died. Mascot hobby was already active, Amelia, so I'll have to refund you for that later. Okay, so virtual hobby on the other hand was not active, so there you go. We're gonna save at the static. Just in case. Okay, if we turn to the left we get the betrayal song, so let's try turning to the right. Someone talking about politics. Not what you're looking for. You don't want to hear the sports results either, and you keep looking. You can't turn the dial to the right anymore. Bugger, okay. Politics. Static. song about betrayal. We're gonna not. This got us killed last time. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. You think I'm being old, dear? Boulder, what are you doing? Sorry, but you know the rules of the Bahnsen nights better than anyone. Driver chooses the music. Tony laughs, and something about it calms you down. Static. Ah, here we go. One of your favourite songs comes on, and you let go of the dial. You don't know if it's because of how Tony laughed when you mentioned one of the Bahnsen Nights rules, or because you're listening to the first song you danced to with Ava. Whatever the reason, you start to calm down. Before you know it, you're singing the song under your breath. Come on, Boulder. Louder! Pumped up by Tony's words, you start singing out loud. When you finish, Tony starts clapping. Listen, tomorrow's an important day for all of us. I moved the baptism of the new driver forward because there's someone who's not going to be sticking around. Ruh-roh! The others were going to take care of him before going to the bar. Who was Tony talking about? And what had this nameless driver done? Would they do to him the same as they did to Cupra? Again, this feeling of emptiness in your stomach. But let's focus on the positive. Tomorrow you'll have your first root exorcism. Happy, Boulder? You try to smile, to hide the shaking in your left hand. The rest of the trip you do in silence. You know that you'll have to be more careful than ever if you don't want to be discovered. Ooh, pretty. He's gone to his bed and gone sploot. I like how the captions were like, okay, how do I spell this? 2 O's? No, a U. No, 2 O's. No, a U. No, 2 O's. You park near the entrance of the bar, get out, and open Tony's door. Sploot is cute. It is. Tony slaps you on the shoulder and smiles. You enter the bar. Tony nods towards the counter and winks at you. He then vanishes through the door in the back. In Danny's, the beer is free for the Bahnsen nights. Old Danny had been one of the group's first drivers. After his tragic death, his son Kevin had taken over the bar. Kevin despised Tony and his followers. But even with their differences, he upheld the agreements with the Bahnsen Nights. Does Tony know that Kevin spit in every glass of beer before putting it on the counter? You hear someone swearing to your left and see a group of men walking away from the Glenlivet dartboard. Dartboard was Kevin's idea. Each customer is allowed to throw 1 dart a night. But not the Bahnsen Nights. Tony had taken care of that. The Bahnsen Nights can throw as many darts as they want. And try to make a Glen's eye. A Glen's eye is the highest score. The centre of the dartboard. Whoever gets a Glen's eye wins a shot of single malt whiskey. Ooh, we've definitely got an incentive to win this then. A Glenlivet. Ah, right, I see. And it's customary for the winner to pour the shot of Glenlivet in their eye. Oh, ow. Okay. Going full eyeball Paul here, are we? Good stuff. Oh, okay. We've not even had anything to drink and we're already all over the place. That does not sound healthy. I scream, you scream. We all scream when we stick whiskey in our eyeballs. That's how that rhyme goes. Yeah, definitely. Does not sound healthy. It does not. It doesn't metabolize the alcohol faster, but it gets it into your system faster, apparently. It looks like there's a bit of a pattern to the way that the cursor is moving. But I'm not sure how consistent the pattern is. I might just throw it and hope for the best. Oh, close, but no whiskey in the eye. 50. Cooper used to say that to get a Glen's eye, you don't need to think. When you think, your mind tricks you into seeing things more simply than they are. You don't have to worry about aiming and visualizing an imaginary crosshair. All of those are just mind games. Crutches of the imagination. What you need is to wait for it and listen to your body. The body knows, Balder. Okay. Oh, that was way off. 20. Okay, so I don't think we listened to our friend's advice there. I'm bad at this. I'm much better at real darts. Another 50. You know what? Let's go order a beer. We're not getting that tonight. You know he's not going to spit in your glass. Kevin was Cooper's friend. And something tells you that Kevin knows you're nothing like the rest of the Bahnsen Knights. You finish your beer and stretch your back. Even Boulder does meet mecha maintenance, everybody. And the dog has pissed off. Of course he has. Of course he has. Back to me, I'm afraid. There's something Tony said you can't get out of your head. Starting tomorrow, they'll let you join in the Holy Cross. You and your Ford Sierra will participate in the root exorcisms at last. We're on to episode 2. You place your hand on your chest and suppress the burp before it reaches your mouth. You adjust your seat and muster the strength to embark on another day. Got the little Bahnsen Knights logo there on the sign. So we're going to see a baptism and an exorcism today, from what Tony said. That's exciting. It's been over a month since your first exorcism. Oh, shit, no, we've just gone straight past the exorcism and the baptism. 1 month later. It's been over a month. You don't know how much more you can take. You still haven't discovered what happened to Cupra, nor have you found the evidence necessary to incriminate Tony. You lower the sun visor on the passenger's side. You gaze at the holy cards. Sometimes you wonder if the agency complicates matters unnecessarily. Each saint represents a specific area of investigation, and the holy cards serve as a means to communicate with your handler discreetly. Anguish constricts your chest. Neither heartburn nor the burning sensation in your esophagus troubles you anymore. You experience a shapeless pain, a pain that doesn't cling to the body, rather to the absence of anything. Ollie, you focus on the drawing, on those marks that still feel close to you, yet are part of a different life. You recall Ava's laughter upon seeing how Olivia depicted you. Ava pointed to your belly, and you feigned offence. You would scold her for mocking your child's artistic abilities. Ava would ask you to put Olivia to sleep, giving you a playful wink. Then you would lull her to sleep, watching her fight the pull of slumber, aware that Ava awaited you in the other room. Hi, Fievel. I hope you're doing well today. Hoping I won't fall asleep during your stream with how cozy it is, but I probably will. Oh, bless you. Thank you. That's such a lovely compliment. My nose is running. That's much less cozy, unfortunately. I'm glad you find the vibes here to be chill enough to snooze to. You shut your eyes and you believe you catch a glimpse of them. You start the car. Knowing that the road numbs your consciousness. Cooper once told you that he used to fall asleep listening to a tape of white noise on his Walkman. It helped because white noise encompasses all the frequencies audible to humans. The perfect place for those voices that kept him awake to get lost in the crowd. Have you read Poe? Cooper held Edgar Allan Poe in high regard, and it felt like a personal affront every time you told him that you hadn't read him yet. You glance at the passenger seat. Would it be enough this time? The idea of using holy cards in the investigation couldn't be more apt. After all, you perceive every communication with your handler as a prayer. You walk with great strides. You remember Ava, how she mimicked the rhythm of your walk and laughed while doing so. There they are. Ava, 1954 to 1981. Olivia, 1978 to 1981. Oh dear. Just like a prayer, I see my handler there. Bravo, Modhail, bravo. It's your handler's idea. When you heard it, it seemed like a bad joke. Ah, I see. Couldn't believe what she was proposing. Erecting the fake graves of your wife and daughter in a local cemetery. Your handler said it was perfect as a cover. Was perfect as a cover. There we go. Got there eventually. Do I spot a new sprite? Yes, you do. So this is Virtual Hobby. I made this one. This one was not done by Carve. This is something that I've had in my back pocket for a few months and just needed a little bit of work to finalize it. You can swap between Mascot Hobby and Virtual Hobby using channel points. The channel points menu. There is one for Virtual Hobby, one for Mascot Hobby. I think there's a 20-minute cooldown on them. Oh, thank you very much, Salt. That took me longer than anything else on that fucking sprite. Literal months of tweaking to try and figure out how to get the lip syncing to look reasonable. Thank you, Fievel. Thank you. I've got some more pixel art stuff in the pipeline that you will hopefully see fairly early on in the new year. But I won't say any more than that. There are a couple of people that have seen the work in progress for it, and the feedback so far has been very positive. So hopefully that will continue. Porthos! What the hell? I moved my leg and there was something warm like right next to my computer that shouldn't be there, and I moved my leg a little more and there was more of it, and then I realised it was Porthos, who had managed to sneak all the way under my desk. There is not a lot of space under my desk. It's not very wide. Like, it's long, but it's not wide. It's a very, very thin profile, for want of a better description. It does not fit one whole Porthos under it. Barely fits the shit that's already under it. I don't know how I managed it. Sneaky little bugger. Sneak level 100, yeah, definitely. Secret Staffy. At least it wasn't Mothman. No, he's on my wall.
Hey Craig, my name's Tim. Get this dog some cheese, Craig.
Mothman.
Porthos. Come back, you sneaky little git. Got a treat for you. Come on then. That did not go well for him. Come on. Up. Yes, you want the treat out of my hand. You've got to wait until I actually give it to you, though. Wipe the dog snot off of my hand. Thank you for the treat for Porthos, Torpor. Okay, where were we? Sneaky. Your wife and daughter would have been killed in a road accident, which would explain your disregard for life and self-destructive impulses behind the wheel. That's a little harsh. Two desirable traits among the Bahnsen Knights. Ah, I see. Okay, now it makes sense now. So, you folks know I love a good cult. I think we've got a bit of a cult going on here. Like, it's got the trappings of Christianity about it. They're looking for people with a disregard for their own well-being. Nothing to lose. It's very culty. Tony gives a lot of sermons. People get very excited about them. Again, very culty. My guinea pig is not in a Christmas mood. He's even grumpier than usual, doesn't even come out of hiding for scritches, just chomps his berries and runs. Oh no! Grumpy piggy! I hope your piggy is okay. Yes, HobbyTan, for some commands, will pick the word out of a sentence rather than it being required to be at the front of the sentence or be at the beginning of the message. But it depends on how I've set up the individual commands based on what I want it to be. Cranky old man. Ah, yeah, I get that. Somebody else is a cranky old man. Except he just sulks instead of being grumpy. Don't you? Sulky baby. Yeah. Yeah. Big sulky baby. However, the true brilliance of the idea lay elsewhere. And that was to name them after your real wife and daughter. As an undercover agent, you would have no contact with them. And you could harness those genuine feelings of loss to make your cover more convincing. You gaze at your daughter's grave. 1978 to 1981. Even though you know no one is buried there, the dates evoke a profound sadness, and you avert your eyes. You're aware your handler chose your daughter's grave for the exchange because that reaction is common to most people. It's difficult to confront the death of a child. Father Mario was a healing priest from La Matanza. Argentina. It's a famous phrase of his. I am the guitar. God is the guitar player. The agency uses Father Mario's holy card to catalogue the actions of Tony's acquaintances, and thus build a case against the entire hierarchy of the Bahnsen Knights. Saint Cajetan. I think it's Cajetan. A thing? Patron saint of administrative officers. Wow. That's like Nuggin, god of bits of string and small objects that you lose under the couch. The agency uses his holy card to catalogue accounting documentation. So... hierarchy. Finances. Mary, undoer of knots. I like that. It's an allegorical representation of human difficulties. The knots symbolise those problems that the Virgin helps to unravel. The agency uses her holy card to catalogue documentation that seems to have been forged. Okay, so we've got hierarchical activity, financial stuff, forgery, or obtained illegally. Questionable documents in general. Okay. The receipt is for 20 cans of red paint. You know that Tony paints huge crosses on his barns, and although the receipt is not evidence in itself to convict him, it could prove valuable for forensic accountants. After the storm season, and some security issues that followed the humanitarian crises, the government issued a curfew prohibiting movement except for those with a special permit. How had Tony managed to get a permit issued in his name? You assign the evidence to the holy card. Okay, so I've assigned the permit to the illegal or forged documents card. And I'm going to assign the receipt to the finances guy. Do we get to burn down this organisation, and how villainous do we have to be? How villainous do we have to get to do it? Good question. We don't know what they're actually up to yet. But I hope we get to burn it down. You leave the holy cards on the grave. Yay! I assigned the evidence correctly. It's almost like I spent 3 years doing this for an actual grade and a bit of paper with my name on. Yippee! Arson! We do love arson here. And you retreat to the back the way you came. Would the evidence stack up this time? Could you build a case with this new information? I doubt it. A receipt and a permit doesn't seem like a lot of evidence to build a case with. You need more than that. Could probably do with some witness testimony, actually, but that's not likely to happen. I did criminology and forensic science, Modale. I was nowhere near game design at all. I wanted to be a forensic scientist. And now I work in cybersecurity, which is about as close as I'll ever get. Any of the game or movie design stuff I talk about is just because I'm a turbo nerd for that shit. That's the hobby. The criminal investigation is the the qualification. How much longer will you endure the Bahnsen nights? It's part of the reason I like playing games with cults in so much, because they're really fun to analyze. And when it's a video game and it's a fictional cult, there's none of the, like, yeah, that you get by doing that kind of thing with an actual cult that have killed actual people. You know? But we can look at it and go, it's a cult. If it looks like a cult, it sounds like a cult, and it smells like a cult, it's probably a cult. I love analysing cults responsibly. I love that turn of phrase, 5 bravo. Remember, folks, analyse cults responsibly. Yes, it is, Modhail. That is exactly what it is. And reminding people how to report phishing emails. Because apparently the button that says report phishing on it isn't clear enough. It's alright, they pay me to do this, it's fine, it could be worse. You want to embrace them, kiss them, you miss them so much. You yearn for Olivia to draw you, for Ava to laugh at you, to put Olivia to sleep, knowing that Ava is waiting for you in the other room. The Sierra gets in front of you, and you manage to brake at the last second. Fuck you! Vincent smiles, and you barely stop yourself from stepping out of the car to punch the grin off of his face. You think of Cupra. It's something I've been pushing for, Modhail, but we're quite small, so it's kind of hard to get something in place for that. I'm hoping this year we'll do, next year, I should say, we'll do that. One of the exercises he taught you to survive as an undercover agent. It's a mnemonic trick. You have to imagine a sort of continuum for each person you interact with. Some sort of bar divided into 7 equal parts. Oh my god, are we personaing this shit? I think we're gonna persona this shit. I mean, it's not gonna be the fucking spider diagram that you get at the end of every interaction in Persona, but you know what I mean. Maybe we're more Mass Effecting it. You never see it coming, indeed, bravo. Do we at least get a stand out of this? We fucking should, shouldn't we? Follow me, Boulder. You look at Vincent, and you can imagine that bar. The beginning of the bar represents full confidence. The end, total suspicion. That point where they are going to accuse you and discover your true identity. You apply Cooper's trick to all the Bahnsen nights. Apart from Tony. With Tony, you never know where you stand, bar or no bar. You hear Vincent rev the car's engine. He wants to see us. You grit your teeth hard. You take comfort in thinking that if the evidence is good enough this time, it won't be long before you'll be back with your family. Well, we know the evidence isn't going to be good enough for at the beginning of the game, but episode 3... Vincent steps on the gas, and you can't afford to fall behind. The old roadblocks are long gone. Ever since the storm started, everyone, police, firefighters, even FEMA for a while, has been dedicated to the reconstruction effort. Or at least, that's what they're trying to do. Literally all I know about Persona is that song. It's always stuck in my head. It's very catchy. I have been infected with the persona brain rot for over a decade now. So, you know you want to push him off the road and disassemble this cult. I do, but that is going to get me killed. We're going to do this the proper way. We're going to treat this like a proper undercover job. We are undercover agents and we will act as such. We got this. Even if I do want to run him off the road because he's a prick. Resources are scarce, and politics is never up to the task. Ugh, the proper... Yeah, we're doing this by the book. The book that if anybody finds it will be found out immediately and murdered. But by the book, nonetheless. In a context like this, with official actors attempting to manage the chaos, paragovernmental organizations emerge. Cooper's mission was to infiltrate and investigate Tony and his Bahnsen Knights, a group that caught the agency's attention due to their growth in the wake of those first tornadoes. Hell on high. Tony's messianic delusion. I've never been sure how to pronounce that word, because Messiah and Anik just... My brain does not compute that. Makes me uncomfortable. The agency isn't concerned with the religious ideas of the Bahnsen Knights. That's good. We don't give a fuck what religion they practice as long as they're not up to anything shifty, but we think they're up to something shifty. The agency is interested in the power they've acquired. Oh, they've got power. Are we talking like superpower here? Something supernatural? Or are we talking a weapon? Now you know how I feel about half the English lexicon. Yep. It's a shitty mongrel language and I feel the same way about it, Fievel, don't worry. Economic power. Ooh, this cult has economic power. Well, fuck. That is the last thing you want a cult to have. As well as territorial. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, this is, The agency is planning to Klaatu Verad and Necto the shit out of the Bahnsen Knights. Yes, they are. Cash cults are icky. Yes, they are. Oh, man, we're dealing with landlords. Yeah, we are. Fuck, we're dealing with landlords. Bravo, 5-0. Also, A-Lab. The road leading to the barn is gravel, and despite bumping your head against your car's roof multiple times, you refuse to let Vincent gain too much distance. Arson, 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 yes. Fire, fire, good. This lovely red and pink palette would look even better with a little splash of yellow. Big splash of yellow. Bit of orange. Luca! You swerve and Luca jumps to the side. You scratch Keith's car. Fuck, we scratched Keith's car. My Sierra! Fuck, Boulder. Your heart is pounding. You know there's no room for even a moment's distraction when dealing with the Bahnsen Knights. You step out of the car and let them park it for you. You know they're gonna tease you about this. But you also know you have a role to play. You're Boulder, a big, calm guy, but with a self-destructive urge gnawing at your core. You're an iceberg from which two chunks have been torn away, and the current carried them off, never to return. Your handler had recommended you to use the cover story to your advantage, arguing that pity is one of the most powerful resources when it comes to diverting attention. Very true. Very fucking true. People are busy feeling sorry for you. They don't bother looking at what else is going on. What is it? They say, watch the hands, not the mouth. You look at the Bahnsen knights around you and can't help but wonder. Compassion, pity, empathy? Will these three characters be able to feel something like that? Keith was the eldest among them all. And if half the stories about him were true, he would have a guaranteed place at Satan's side. Luca, who you almost ran over a few minutes ago, you're pretty sure there must be a language somewhere in which Luca and psychopath are etymologically linked. And Vincent, a sadist who's never heard of the Marquis de Sade.
A little bite of waffle cheered. X100, Merry Chrysler and other holidays.
Merry Chrysler indeed, Waffle. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. And thank you so much for the bits. It's very kind of you. Just looking at the tip jar and wondering why it's not doing anything. Because it should be. Tip jar, why are you broken? See, this is why I don't like relying on other applications and other tools to do things for me. This is why I like having HobbyTan just be part of actual HobbyTan now. Tip jar is out on holiday, yeah. I mean, it's there, it's just staying empty, apparently. The things that go in the tip jar have gone on holiday. Self-taught, a natural-born sadist, and therefore much more dangerous. Sorry. I was distracted for a second. Don't worry, Boulder. At least you didn't kill me. Oh, man. Oh, man. Although Ava and Olivia's deaths were part of your act, a fiction, you can't help but feel a rage that threatens to consume you. You glance at Vincent, who shakes his head back and forth. You start to say something, and Keith clears his throat. Stop fucking around, you two. You know why we're here. Tony wants to exercise a new road, so I recommend you bury your demons deep, Boulder. Pay more attention next time. You look at Luca, and Luca smiles. What's up, Boulder? Do you fancy me? On the contrary, you want to cover his face with bruises, turn his expression into a Rorschach stain, and not worry about what you may or may not see in it. Hey. Vincent points towards the door of the barn. So how do we exercise a road? Do we get an old and a young priest and go from there? I don't know. We're about to find out, I suppose. I'm quite intrigued. Then the three of them suddenly become serious. Speaking of Rome, Tony and Monique, the librarian. Monique is Tony's trusted lieutenant, a woman of few words, and who you doubt knows how to smile. Listen to me. By now, I reckon we all know the signs. Why are his knuckles covered in blood? A new tornado is approaching our roads, and we're not going to let it pass. Tony goes over everyone's roles in the exorcism. Maybe it's like making holy water, but with asphalt. Maybe. That's bullshit. Librarians are always people of many words. They bloody hoard them. They do. They are, like, word dragons. Like the soup dragon. The soup dragon hoards words, doesn't it? From the clangers. Well, it eats words. Unconsciously, you position yourself on the outskirts of the group. Do these guys really think they can influence the path of a tornado? Boulder, listen to me. Today, you go first. But Tony... Tony looks Luca in the eye, and Luca looks down. I love that an ancient Norse word for library was bokhord, which means book hoard. I'm guessing it's bokhord, because that sounds a lot like book hoard. And a lot of English is like pilfered from Norse, for want of a better description. Exercise a road. I heard exercise the road, like getting it in better shape. No, we're not taking it on the treadmill. We are... The power of Christ compels youing the road. Your mother plays racing games in hell kind of exorcism, rather than... Which means that librarians are sort of like dragons, but with books as a treasure. Yeah, exactly. That's what I get for listening with half an ear. Oh, don't worry about it at all. It's difficult with exercise and exorcise, unless you... Like, even the captions there, despite me going to the effort of saying exorcise... There we go. It got it the second time. It still said exercise both times. Fine then. You nod. What are you waiting for? You run to the Sierra. Before you get in, you steal a glance at the barn. What was Tony doing in there? And whose blood did he wipe off of his knuckles? You mark the position of the barn on the map. As soon as you had a chance, you'd go back to investigate. Oh, that is a really nice bit of art. Well done, devs. Sorry. Just taking a moment to appreciate how fucking effective that is for how little there is in terms of colour usage. Like, that is all being done with the absence of pixels. I mean, except for his baseball cap and a little bit of a highlight here and there, but the face is built from dithering black and red pixels. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. If only this had come out a month earlier, it could have been in the running for prettiest game at the first annual Retro Raccoon Awards at the end of the month. But now we'll have to wait until next year to have it in the running. Oh, yeah, for anyone that was wondering about that, by the way, with the awards being on the 31st and me closing voting today, anything that happened, like anything new that we've played since the polls went up at the beginning of December, anything new that was played through December and late November, that will go into next year's Retro Raccoon Awards. Because I don't want games to miss out just because they came out right at the end of the year. Or because we played them right at the end of the year. That seems unfair. By that logic, we could sanctify a lake and have an infinite source of the stuff. Ooh, we could do. That seems like a good plan. Could also use it to get rid of the undead and eventually expand the business to cover most of the country by the end of the decade. Ooh, very smart, Soul. Very smart. A new exorcism on the road. And this was the first time you'd be out at the front. The most important position in the formation, for which you need the total confidence of the rest of the drivers. You always found it hard to read, Tony. Assign you the top of the cross? Why give you that role? You gaze at the sun visor on the passenger seat. No. This isn't the time to seek solace in the drawings. nor to think about how much more time until the extraction. You start the car and rev the engine. Fievel, thank you for contributing towards the Sierra point and click no peeking challenge. Really are making some solid headway on that I was sort of expecting but not really expecting. Wasn't expecting you'd delight in my suffering quite this much. Oh, maybe so. Maybe. Get a crop duster, seed some clouds with a spray of holy water, turn the entire water loop sanctified. That is smart, Modhell. I like that. Just bless a couple of clouds. Mother Nature will do the rest. No guides. No peeking. I am not allowed to look at a guide for it. Thank you, Waffle, for contributing to the Sierra point and click no peeking challenge. So normally when I'm playing a point and click adventure game on stream, if I get to a point where I am really struggling to figure out what to do, I might look at a guide just to give me a hint. I want to give more points. Oh no. I'm afraid you'll just have to wait until the next stream, won't you? It's a good job that I'm streaming tomorrow. You know how you can make holy water at home? Just boil the hell out of it. Bravo, Modhell. Okay, if someone drank the holy water and people are 90% water, yeah. I mean, it'd be like homeopathic holy water at that point. But it could work. Hoping that the roaring noise will drown out even your own thoughts. Oh, it's time, everyone. We're gonna exercise the road. Holy water at home is just priests saying your water is blessed. Yeah, that works. I have no idea what I need to do here, but this is neat. I like the music. Look at the tornado as well. Okay, so we just move out of the way of the cars. Okay, that was fun. Hey, Rust, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. We did it! Oh, okay, we've not done the exorcism. We have arrived at the spot where we're doing the exorcism. Good stuff. Best of luck with the questing in 76, Rust. Something I really need to catch up on. The tornado weakens. Oh, okay. No, we were doing the exorcism. That was part of the exorcism.
Hello there.
Do we need to do more? Your heart races, flooded with an excitement you can't explain. You just got an achievement called Road Warrior. Just call me Angry Maxwell, 'cause I'm the fucking Road Warrior. The crossroads, the symbolism. Yep, we are dueling with a tornado at a crossroad. I hope we brought our fiddle. You roll down the window, and only the horns of the Bahnsen Knights can be heard on the road. Honk. I just really hope one member of the Bahnsen Knights has, like a custom car horn that plays La Cucaracha. Honk. We should save. After a successful exorcism, it's important to save. Hey, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, and thank you so much for being subscribed for 11 months, nearly a year. That's so cool.
Yo, it has been
Save a
this
soul,
up for
save the
11
game.
months.
Fuck yeah.
Very naughty.
Are we saving a soul though, or are we just saving the road? I really don't know. I don't know what the purpose of exercising the roads is. I know, right, Aoi? Welcome in. It's not the first time that's happened to you. As soon as you walk into Danny's bar, you feel like you're floating. Like you can see yourself from the outside. And you're someone else. Look who's here. The illusion soon shatters. Did we just have an out-of-body experience entering a bar? Dude is dissociating hard. I mean, fucking mood. I also dissociate when I'm about to enter a social interaction I don't want to be part of. You try to smile and return the greeting. You're Boulder, an undercover agent investigating a religious cult led by Tony. He said it! He said the thing! I was right! They are a cult! They don't just look like a cult, they are a cult! I said it! I told you! If it looks like a cult, it smells like a cult, and it sounds like a cult, it's probably a fucking cult! It's a fucking cult! That exercises the road? 'Cause it's got tornadoes? I'm really not sure what this cult's aiming to achieve. Like, normally with a cult, it's like, okay, so they want to kill some people, or okay, this guy wants a lot of money, or okay, this guy wants to have sex with lots of people. But these guys, I'm just like, they want to fight the sky? To be fair, fucking cults tend to be more fun than this Dower bunch. That is very true. Bravo. But also...
You filthy animals.
I'd buy that cult. If this was in a Mad Max movie. Yeah, but it's not a Mad Max movie. Torport, thank you for the stretch. Oh, and the posture check, and the hydrate that I'm sure is incoming. Nice. There it is. We have gone with a meat mecha maintenance triple combo. Thank you, Torpor. Everybody watching at home, or wherever you're watching, please take a moment now, if you feel so inclined, to do some meat mecha maintenance of your own. Have a little stretch, roll those shoulders, unshrimp in your seat, have a little sippy. Heck, have a little snack. 'Tis the season. Have a bit of chocolate if you want. Give your body a moment of respite. Oh, then don't bother with that, Fievel. You just stay cozy under your weighted blanket. I love my weighted blanket so much. Also, I really like this bar. It's nice and cozy. It's a nice cozy biker bar. I'd like to think that's what my bar looks like. Maybe a little bit more high fidelity. Oh, anyway, thank you very much for the treat for the bar staff. HobbyTan has had theirs. I watched them eat it. Mine is a strawberry milk bottle. Hey up, Shanish, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. We're infiltrating a cult. Treats, enable Porthos. I don't know where Porthos is, but I'm willing to put a treat to one side.
Name's Tim. Get this dog some cheese, Craig.
I am not getting the dog some cheese today. He is going to share a cheese platter with me on Christmas Eve, though. So. Treat for dog. Put to one side for next time he appears. We are unraveling some road demons and some cults. Yes, we are. You're Boulder, an undercover agent investigating a religious cult led by Tony. Oh, Shay, thank you very much for contributing to the Sierra Point and Click No Peeking challenge. Looking for answers about the disappearance of Cupra, your dear friend and godfather to your daughter. You miss little Olivia so much. Your eyes itch. And it's not because of the smoke in the bar. You take a breath. What are you going to do now? Oh, hey, buddy. It's like you knew I had a treat to one side for you. You actually on camera? You're sort of on camera. There we go. What'd you say? Good boy. Oh, that was so gentle. Good boy. He's such a soft little lad. He heard me yell. He did. Thank you, Modhale, for the treat for Porthos. Oh, I dropped it. Okay. And another one! Soul, thank you very much. I love how gently he says please. He's such a good boy. Porthos, save us from the cult. Yeah, save us from the cult, Porthos. The only cult we want is your cult. The Church of Porthos still reigns supreme over our hearts. Isn't that right, everybody? We do love the Church of Porthos. Yes, you. Got your own little cult. Not that we do much. If anything. Okay, we can go to the left of the bar, we can go to the bar, we can go to the right of the bar. That looks like that's where the toilets are. The jukebox is over there, though. Oh, what hell, thank you for the treat for the bar staff. That's one for HobbyTan. And mine is... This isn't for you, Porthos. He's doing tippy taps. Mine is a fizzy peach. Thank you. I think, as is only right and proper on this channel, that we veer wildly to the left. Let's go sit with our buddies. Oh! Thank you, Slow.
I'm gonna give it a minute.
Huh?
I'm gonna give it a minute.
Okay.
I couldn't get you any Pepsi, they're literally sold out.
No Beppis.
Of your Beppis, it's very popular.
It's very tasty. Thank you, Slow. I do so love the Dr. Pepper. So, Slow has been out to the shops to get eggs so we can make Yorkshire puddings. And has presented me with a bottle of Dr. Pepper. Go to the jukebox, select Last Christmas, inflict Whamageddon on them. No, I almost survived Whamageddon. I saw it got Christmas #1 and I'm so happy about that. Dr. Pepper. A doctor a day keeps the apples away or something. Good. Apples hurt my teeth. I have really sensitive gums these days. I think it's something to do with the meds that I'm on for my arthritis, but it's completely fucked my mouth up. Sit down, Boulder. There's a deck if you want to try. Oh my god, this one has a card game minigame as well. I have the record. You look at Luca, and Luca smiles and winks at you. How you'd like to wipe that smile off his face with a punch. Just the one punch? Come now, Boulder. You can be a little more generous than that. Via Circus... Via Crucis. I was reading it like Via Circus. I'm thinking, there's no circuses in this game. Oh, no, I love apples, Fievel, but I can't eat them because they hurt my face. Like I say, I think it's something to do with my meds, but I do really like them. Just not what they do to me. Like so many other food things as I've gotten older. I'm allergic to ginger. I'm lactose intolerant, so I shouldn't really eat cheese, but nothing in this world is going to stop me from eating cheese. No circus, but what are we a part of if not that? Bravo. Ah, the Latin. Via, road, crucis, crosses. Road crosses. We're gonna play road cross solitaire. Ah, I see. So it's solitaire but in a cross formation. Okay. I've recently discovered the wonders of lactose-free cheese. Very limited, also very good. Agreed, Sheridan. I do like a little bit of lactose-free cheese, but it can be quite pricey. Fucking love lactose-free butter. Oh, that stuff's good. Lactose-free cream cheese. Oh, that's so good on a bagel. So good on a bagel. And for me, any, like, the softer the dairy, so milk, cream cheese, the softer the dairy, the worse it is for me. So I have lactose-free milk, I have lactose-free butter, I have lactose-free cream cheese, but actual solid cheese, I suffer the little bit of stomach upset that goes along with that for me. Because I can't give it up. I just can't. It's too important to me. Let's ask how to play. Rules are simple. You turn over one card per turn. That card is the salvation. Why you gotta go putting all this fucking holy imagery and language into fucking solitaire, guys? Just leave it as solitaire. What's with the little angel and the little devil? You'll have to beat the Doom card. Salvation seems low to you, you can add as many cards as you want from the cross. The Salvation card is higher than the Doom card, you continue playing. If it's lower, you lose. Then there is gelato. Ah, yes, I will also suffer for ice cream. Solitaire with religion for extra zest. Yeah, basically. Could I interest you gentlemen in a friendly game of Triple Triad? Or, just hear me out here, how about some Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow games? Just banish them all to the fucking Shadow Realm. No one expects the hero attack deck. Trust me. Gwent? Spot a Gwent? How about marbles? I'll even let you put them in a crucifix formation if it makes you feel more comfortable. Then I'll just rearrange them into a pentagram. How about some Uno? Free with your Xbox. Yep. It is perk up. Sheridan, thank you very much for contributing towards the Sierra Point and Click No Peeking challenge. And if it's of equal value, you'll have to break the tie by turning over 2 new cards. One of Salvation, and another one of Doom. If you lose the tiebreaker, which we call a leap of faith, you'll be able to look for a miracle. Oh my god, why do you have to overcomplicate it with so much fucking religious language? Chill. The miracle can only be achieved if you match the value of Doom by adding cards from the cross to the leap of faith. Getting real caravan vibes from New Vegas. I've not played New Vegas, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's where they got the idea from. For each leap of faith you win, you will get a new cross. I mean, we are 40k fans here, yeah. You can use a new cross at the beginning of each turn, and deal cards until you fill it again. So fucking cold. I'm covered in multiple plaid blankets and it's not enough. Oh, bless you, Rocket. Big hugs. Fuck this religious card game shit. Let's play a round of Calvin Ball. Yeah. Simple, isn't it? No! No, it's not. That was anything but simple. It should not take that long to explain fucking solitaire. Magic the Gathering, you filthy cultists. Do you speak it? Yeah. Okay, okay, so the Salvation is 7 and the Doom is 0? Is that what it's telling me? It must be, okay. A tie. Okay, cool. I lost. My score is 0. My current high score is 0. I don't feel like I learned anything from that. We're not going to try that again. I'm just going to talk to them. Oh, let's talk to the one that doesn't talk. Oh, wow. Hi, Monique. You have been very carefully pixelated, and I am quite happy with that. She's got one tiny little bit of highlight on her snoot there. Because the way they've done her hair. It's so good. Those cheekbones could cut glass. They could. Those are some very well dithered cheekbones. Monique looks ahead. You wonder what she's thinking about. And for the moment, you can't think of anything to say to her. Well, that was awkward. We just sort of stared at her for a bit. He's a vampire. There's no way he's not a vampire. He just screams vampire. If they give a video game character a bob, you know she's gonna mean business. This is very true. It seems you want to make conversation, Boulder. I could tell you I wear them because smoke irritates my eyes, or because drinking makes them red. Could be because I don't want anyone to see me as I am, and I hide behind them. Vampire or warlock, or both. I was gonna say like a combination of vampire and warlock, but then I realized that sounded like something completely different. Because I was just gonna take the V from vampire and the Orlock from warlock, mash them together, but no, that's a different kind of wizard. Offer him your firstborn. That usually works to identify which it is. Yeah. Yeah, 5-0. That was what I ended up with, and that's not gonna help. No, we don't want one of those here. No kink shaming, but nah, thanks. Or I could tell you a story from when I was a kid. Why not? Two of my neighbors, a few years older than me, they invented this game. That's going to attract a whole different crowd. Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of them are lovely people, but that's probably not the kind of crowd that, this is probably not the kind of place they'd want to hang out. Mother Gullet would be disappointed. Thanks. It involved grabbing my neck and lowering my head until it almost touched a freshly made dog turd. Oh no. And seeing who could hold me closest without my face touching it or me getting away. At first, I resisted. Tried with all my strength to get out of it. But then I got used to seeing pieces of shit right up close. You know how many times I had conjunctivitis and missed school? What do you say, Boulder? Could this have something to do with what happened to me as a kid? Truth is much simpler, you know? Glasses look fucking good on me. I can appreciate that. Chronic pink eye, ouch, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry I asked you about your glasses. Thank you for the trauma dump, I guess? I guess that means he trusts me. My bestie is a Vorlock and I definitely kink shame him for fun. But if he's your bestie, I'm going to take the assumption that he is fine with you kink shaming him for fun. Like, there's different lines depending on how well you know a person. Like, I can get away with a lot of shit with my best friends that I would not get away with other people. And that I would not even dream of trying to get away with other people. And they can get away with a fair bit with me as well. Unless I'm having a bad day and then I'm a delicate little flower. But they know the difference. And they know when to stop. Because that's what being a good friend is about. We bully each other as besties do. Yeah, exactly. It's just a bestie thing, isn't it? You pick on each other, but you love each other, really. And if anybody else picks on your bestie, you'll fucking kill them. And not in a playful, lovable way. You'll just end them. It's very, hey, that's my friend you're talking about. Yeah, but you do it. Yeah, but it's my friend. I get to do it. I have earned the right to talk to them like that. You wait a second for the others to shut up. And you ask Keith if he believes in root exorcisms. Keith looks at you for a while without answering. I owe Tony a lot. I was locked up for a long time, Boulder. Do you know how hard it is to ask yourself questions, knowing how much you hate not having the answers? Haven't I seen that man in Evangelion? He was the right man to the Father of the Year. He does look a lot like him, doesn't he? I've been thinking he looked familiar. Thank you, Sol. I was trying to figure out what it was. Playful shit-talking among close friends is a sign that the friendship is solid and healthy. Agreed, Rust. I mean, it doesn't work for all friendships. No two friendships, no two relationships of any kind are quite the same. And just because you don't playfully shit-talk a very close friend doesn't mean that you're not close. It just means that that's not how that specific relationship works for you two. You know? But a lot of healthy friendships, healthy close friendships do involve no small amount of playful shit-talking. When I was younger, I got a stupid idea in my head. Could I break someone's eardrum with a gas pump's nozzle? Oh, fuck. That is a stupid idea. I hope you didn't... You did, didn't you? You did a stupid, didn't you, Keith? You did a really stupid. Exactly, Fievel. I know you do, Rust. I'm just, I'm being more specific about it purely because I don't want people to take anything that's said on the stream out of context. So I'm providing that additional context just on the off chance. Silly as it may seem. And also some folks might be like, shit, does this mean I'm broken? Because I've done that before when I was younger. Somebody would say, oh, this is how a healthy relationship works. And I'd be like, shit, mine doesn't work like that. Does that mean I'm broken? But I'm older now and I understand better. As long as all relevant parties are happy and comfortable in the relationship, then it's a healthy relationship. Whether it involves, you know, any kind of consensual, important word there, violence, or involves playfully shit-talking each other, or anything like that, or whether it doesn't. If everybody involved is happy and is on board with what is going on, you got yourself a healthy relationship, folks. Good on you. And not wanting to have a relationship that works like that, or your relationship not looking like somebody else's relationship, doesn't mean it's broken. Just means it's yours. Once the question settles in my head, Keith takes a deep breath. Oh, Keith. I think we may start calling him Intrusive Thoughts Keith. It's as if a stranger came into your house, sat down on your favorite couch, started watching TV, drinking your beer and eating your snacks. Questions in my head. Oh, that son of a bitch, Boulder. The only way I have to kick him out is to answer them. Yeah. The reason I say we're going to call him Intrusive Thoughts Keith is because this is like textbook intrusive thoughts, because he has to do something about them. It's not a, ooh, what if I jump off this building? I'm not going to, but what if I jump off this building? It's literally, I need to do something about this or it's going to drive me insane. I'm going to hurt myself. Intrusive thoughts and prayers. Bravo, Mudhail! Joke of the fucking stream, well done. I'm gonna have to remember that one for when we stream this next. Oh dear. That's a really good way of describing what intrusive thoughts feel like to some people, though. Like somebody taking up residence in your head and not leaving you alone, ruining your ability to function by their mere presence. Keith scratches his face. Ooh, got a little bit of anxiety there, maybe? It can be done, Boulder. Puncturing someone's eardrum with a gas pump's nozzle is a lot easier than you'd think. I'd think it's pretty easy, actually. Which is why the face, 'cause yee. This is, well, we've really found ourselves in quite the hive of scum and villainy, haven't we? Unless you run on electricity, get it because they don't need gas. Hey, bravo. Okay, just one left to talk to. What's betting Luca, the guy that was taking the piss out of us earlier, is the most normal out of the whole bunch? Talk about running him over. I don't understand how you killed your family. You have good reflexes. Oh, man. Okay, so in case anyone's coming in that wasn't here when it was explained, our family aren't dead. We're infiltrating a cult, and the cover story is for us wanting to be part of the cult is that we've got nothing left to lose because we accidentally killed our wife and daughter in a traffic collision. But we almost ran Luca over earlier, and we swerved out of the way at the last second and didn't run him over. Hello there, Easter Island face statue. He does have a bit of a Moai look going on, doesn't he? Without taking your eyes off him for a second, you think of all the options you'd have if you didn't care about the mission. Punch him in the face until he's unconscious? Smash a beer glass against the gleaming surface of his skull. He's got quite a shiny dome. Fun fact! More women commit glassings than men. I've seen the crime stats, it's like twice as many. Moral of the story? Don't piss a woman off when she's holding a drink. Flip the table in the air and elbow him in the neck amid the confusion. Magic 8 Ball, will we glass you later this night or not? I like the table flip idea, just pff, smack. So, Boulder, what are you gonna do? You know that Luca didn't like Tony choosing you to be in front of the cross. I'm not gonna deny that you've got balls, Boulder. But sometimes it takes more than balls it takes more... No. Sometimes it's not enough to have balls and... Fuck me! Luca takes a deep breath and takes a good gulp of beer. You wonder how Luca can screw up the punchline on something as basic as sometimes it takes more than balls to. And at the same time, joke so effortlessly about a tragedy like the supposed death of your family. Perhaps later, Magic 8 Ball. Even demonstrating a good sense of timing. I'm guessing by the 0 here and the little beer glass that we can just go and order a load of drinks and get completely trashed, which seems like a good plan. Let's try darts again. Oh, I missed the click there. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna look away. And we're gonna... No. Okay, that wasn't very good. 40. Try again. Oh, I thought I'd got it then. 40. So I can do a blind 40. Ooh, that was bad. 30. Okay, now I give up. 3 is enough. Back. Let's go to the bar. Let's save. Now is a good time to save. You walk to the bar. Kevin continues to do his thing without looking up. Ever feel out of place, Boulder? The question takes you by surprise. You've read all of Cooper's reports, and you know that Kevin had become something like a friend to him. What exactly had it said? Kevin, current owner of Danny's Bar, It's one of the most interesting characters I've met connected to the Bahnsen Knights. You'd like to tell him that you're friends with Cooper, and ask him if he knows what happened to him. But things aren't that simple. Sometimes there's just no choice. Oh, it's always good with numbers, you know? That's why Dad never let me go. Old man even asked me to do his taxes. You ever read Martin Gardner's columns in Scientific American? You look at Kevin carefully. Although you don't know exactly what he's talking about, you now understand Cooper's interest. First one I ever read was recommended to me by a customer. It was 15 waiting tables. This one guy couldn't make up his mind what to order. He'd ask for one thing and instantly regret it, change to something else. Thought maybe he didn't have enough money. I ran him through the menu again, including combinations of stuff that I figured he might like, given what he'd already asked for. And in my head I calculated the right price for all these made-up dishes. Guy just stared at me, told me to bring him whatever I wanted. He left me a hell of a tip, and a copy of Scientific American. On the cover he wrote, "Read the Mathematical Games column. You'll enjoy it." You know how many times I thought about getting the hell out of this place? I couldn't leave Dad on his own. Dad got me a subscription to Scientific American, and later signed me up to a correspondence writing course. Getting the mail every month is what kept me sane, Boulder. Kevin looks at you for a few seconds. He seems to enjoy being listened to. The guy who taught the course signed his name with only 3 letters. LCB. Hey! It's the devs! The devs did the writing course! I used to fantasize about what those letters stood for. Lewis Carroll Bateman. Lisa Coleman Burke. But I never found out. They'd send me these booklets with theories and exercises. Circle of characters, LCB called his creations. Started to put what I'd learned into practice. Even sent some stories off to some address in one of the booklets. Took the chance to ask about the meaning of the signature. Never heard back. Kevin pauses before answering. Do you know how many non-collinear points are needed to define a circle? It's 2, isn't it? Oh, maybe it's 3 then. Surely it depends on the size of the circle. Takes 3 non-collinear points to define a circle. Kevin smiles. Imagine 3 points on a piece of paper. When you connect the dots, you make a triangle. Oh, we're not talking about pseudo-religious stuff at the moment, Rocket. But I can appreciate why you'd feel that way. If you draw a circle that fits around this triangle, you'll see there's only one that does it perfectly. Each one of the 3 points you drew is the vertex of the triangle. The corners. The center of the circle is a special point that's exactly the same distance from each of the corners. Imagine you put the point of a compass in that spot. You make the pencil touch any of the corners of the triangle. Then draw a circle with the compass, and the circumference will touch all 3 points. Neat! LCB states that a character can be defined by just 3 stories. And rather than writing novels or short stories, he prefers character circles. But a circle is a difficult geometric figure. It eats its own tail. According to LCB, the character circle is the most perfect narrative unit. And because of this basic perfection, the most tragic. Why the most tragic? Because the first thing you have to accept when you do something is that you removed the possibility of doing something else. A guy in a suit used to come to the bar. He didn't talk much. He read the newspaper and have nothing but coffee for breakfast. I never confirmed it, but from the first day he came, I figured he was FBI. One of the LCB exercises was about that. Observing someone and imagining 3 stories that defined them. Those stories outline a character circle. Want to hear this FBI coffee guy's 3 stories? I wonder if this is going to be our link into the previous 2 games. Kevin, you look like a Victorian police officer and a pirate put together. Friend, bash some cultist heads and then go forth and terrorize the seas. Honestly, if he went out and wrote a book and they had a picture of him on the dust jacket, I would buy that book just because he looks so interesting. This man's got stories. I mean, literally, he's got stories. We know he does because he wants us to. He wants to tell us the stories he's got. I think what we'll do is we'll listen to Kevin's stories, and then we'll finish up for the evening. Tomorrow's not going to be the normal kind of stream. We're going to do exclusively Christmas-themed games tomorrow. I have Christmas-themed games just for you folks. So it's not going to be speedrunning and Virtuaverse. It's just going to be some Christmas stuff for Christmas Eve. But, yeah. Either way, I'd follow his works. Yeah, that's fair. Victorian self-defense book, yes. Better be elf bowling. It is not elf bowling. We actually have a game by LCB Studio as well for tomorrow called Jolly Laughter. It is, as they refer to it, a short, weird Christmas card. An interactive Christmas card. But they very kindly linked me to their itch page so that I could find a copy of it to play on stream tomorrow. So hopefully that will be quite fun. And then after that, we've got some other, not even elf bowling, scandalous. I don't have elf bowling. We've got some other Christmassy themed stuff. There's a game called Ebenezer and the Invisible World, which is, I think it's a Metroidvania. We've got a couple of Christmas themed point and click adventures. I know you are, Five, well, don't worry. If it's weird Christmas stuff, then it should be palatable, indeed. I'm pretty sure Jolly Laughter's going to be palatable because, let's face it, it's another LCB game. It's going to be gorgeous pixel art at the very least. And I think it has werewolves. And we love werewolves. Werewolves are great. Maybe another night. I need to serve these beasts now. Oh, I want to listen to Kevin's stories. Kevin, tell me a story. Damn it, Kevin. Surgeon Simulator saved Santa DLC. I don't have Surgeon Simulator. I do, however, have the Christmas DLC for Viscera Cleanup Detail, which was an experience. Let's order a beer then. You drink your beer in silence. We have had 1 beer. 9 out of 10 times I'd walk away after inserting the rubber duckling in place of his heart. Fantastic. VCD is great. I really like it. I really like it. But going into that and being like, oh shit, what did Santa do? Fuck, was interesting. It's the first one of the night. Although your handler's strategy is smart, you know you can't drink too much. There's a point at which no matter how well you can hold your booze, you're going to start talking. And on that borderline between what's fact and what's fiction, you run the risk of someone pulling the veil. Oh, I can imagine, 5-0. I can imagine. And everything coming to an abrupt end. The Temptation. What we got over here? Approach. Hi, Mum. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Sorry, I'm not wearing the big fluffy thing. I did say that I would wear it on stream for you, but I'm too warm.
For 44 months.
So
very naughty.
Maybe another time.
Hello, and happy Christmas one and all.
Thank you so much for being subscribed for 44 months. Fucking hell. Tony has an office in the bar. The fuck? We're going to approach the jukebox. We will finish up shortly, but seeing as we didn't get any stories, I feel like we can go for a little bit longer. What have we got? Lady Love Dies. I did sleep in it last night though, ma'am. It was great to sleep in, and the dog loves it. This is nice. I like this one. Shame about the name.
Hello there.
Okay, what else have we got? Oh, it keeps playing. Let's look at the pictures. Will it be enough to just want to believe? Is that a picture of Mulder and Scully? A former president of the country. You wonder how there are still people who believe in politicians. Danny posing with a younger man you don't recognize. You read the message on the picture. To a true fan. Scaloni. The first of the pictures is of a famous crooner. What was his name? Tim Robinson. Next to it, a picture of an attractive woman. Could she be famous? The third picture is of Danny with a man you don't recognise either. Danny's bar in the bottom picture. The date in the corner suggests that the photo was taken around the time of the inauguration. Elvis Presley. Is it true what you heard at the agency about his death? A group of friends. The photo is old. Why are you looking at the pictures on the wall of a shitty bar? Sometimes you think that everything you do is nothing more than a simple distraction. A way to delay the inevitable. Golden Butterfly. I like the art they've done for the albums, or for the singles. Don't suppose we could have Careless Whisper in the jukebox? Let's find out. LTISY? Not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Frank and Drake is another game by LCB. So that's a little nod to that. Hungry Ghosts. Hangout Season A Remy. And then Lady Love Dies again. I don't believe in politicians. I know they're real. I've seen them. Don't trust the creatures though, yeah. They're like reverse cryptids. Wait, the third picture from the left on top of the jukebox. Tequila Sunrise and Kim Kitsuragi. Let's have a look. This one. It's the bar owner and a guy that Boulder doesn't recognize. But maybe that's what they were going for. This one's nice. I like this track. The other one is missing the glasses. Yeah. This game has a very good little soundtrack. And I appreciate that they've put effort into making tracks for the jukebox. I'm not going to listen to too much of the rest of them, just like get a feel for each of them. And now background. Well, this is very chill in comparison to the rest, isn't it? I think this is the one I liked the most. It does just keep playing as well. Good stuff. Okay, so we've got to save. At some point, maybe not on stream, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get absolutely trashed. And see how many beers it takes before we sink this ship. There are two goons checking that no one enters the office. Okay. Fuck it, seeing as we can't go in the office. Oh, we've not done the tables in the back either. Who's that? There's a man you've never seen before sitting at one of the tables. His face is covered, and you wonder if he's hiding from someone. But isn't it true that we all hide from someone else? Let's go talk to the stranger. You start to say something, and the man looks you in the eye. You decide not to bother him. You recognise the need to be alone when you see it. Who is he? Does anyone know? Kevin looks at you and seems to hesitate, but in the end he says nothing. You remember Cooper's technique. The imaginary bar. Maybe if you could get Kevin to trust you completely and deplete that bar? Okay, he still doesn't want to tell us the story, so that's going to have to be another night. So, time to use that save slot. Third beer of the night. You burp and try to settle into your seat. Kevin shakes his head from side to side. Enough for tonight, Boulder. Dizzy as you are, you think maybe it's for the best. Okay, so nothing happened, and we're not allowed to buy any more booze. Let's Let's tempt fate. This couldn't possibly go horribly wrong for us. Oh, because we've already talked to them, we can't. Ah, damn it. You take a deep breath. How much longer are you going to resist? Okay, so we went outside and got some air. I'm not sure what else we can actually do. Yeah, he won't talk to us because we haven't lulled him into a false sense of security yet. We could, Soul, and yet there's no option for us to do it. So disappointing. Still can't do anything with the goons. Table's in back. We already tried talking to this guy, it didn't work. Yeah. Nothing to do there but play darts. No, that does nothing for us. Keith doesn't want to say anything to us. Luca have anything new to say? No. Okay, so there's nothing there to do but play darts now. There's nothing for me to do. Unless I just leave. I guess I just leave. Leaving already, Boulder? Why don't you come here and chat? Ah. You make a hand gesture and walk to the door. Oh, okay. No, we're just leaving. We're leaving. Exorcisms on the road. Messianic delusions. Sadists at the wheel. Constant threat of being killed. How much more of all this could you take? Okay, so no, we just drink a lot and then go home. Fair enough. And that brings us up to episode 5, which seems like a sensible place to finish up before we start another chapter. So I'll save. We'll go to the main menu. And that'll be that for today. Right. I really do like this menu music. Oh, we've got gallery stuff. We've got to look at the gallery stuff before we finish up. Let's see what we've got. That's nice. Assign first pieces of evidence correctly. Lead a successful road exorcism. Is that it? That's all we've got so far. There's quite a lot for us to go through though, so maybe we're not as far into the game as I thought we were. This might be the longest one. We'll see. Anyway.
Goodbye, my friend.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming along today. It has been quite fun. I'm really enjoying Bahnsen Nights so far, and I'm glad. I was super excited for it, so I'm glad that it's turned out to be a good game, though I expected it would anyway, because I really like LCB's work anyway. I hope you folks have been enjoying it too. It's interesting infiltrating a cult. We do have a giveaway active on the stream.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
thank you, Sol, for being here. And Longship, hello. I'm glad you were lurking. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. I hope you had a good lurk. And Modhail, thank you for being here as well. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. I can see one person has entered the giveaway, which is for a copy of Wayward. You can find out a bit more about that in the response to the prize command that Stream Elements put in chat there. If you want to enter, now is your last chance. Type ticket to get 1 ticket, exclamation mark ticket to get 1 ticket, or exclamation mark ticket space, and then a number up to the number 10 to get that many tickets. If you do want to get in on this action, now is your last chance. I will count you out before I close the giveaway. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a little bit for the lag. The giveaway is closed. And as we only had 1 entrant with a total of 10 tickets purchased, our winner is Fievel with a 100% chance to win. Congratulations, Fievel. Rigged indeed. I will send you that code a little later, Fievel. Congratulations. I think this is the first time you've won as well, isn't it? So, grats. Right. I will be back tomorrow, slightly later start time than usual. With it being Christmas Eve, we'll be starting at 2 PM UK time, so 2 hours later than usual. This just gives me a little bit of extra time to sort of brace myself for the stream. It probably won't be a full 6-hour long stream. We're just going to do a little bit of a Christmas themed showcase and just have a nice chill time, hopefully. Nothing too intense. We'll see how it goes from there. Oh shit, really, Modhail? Merry Christmas. I wonder if they ended up using any of my assets. I suppose we'll find out, won't we? Anyway. Oh, thank you, Modhail. I'll take a look at that in a minute. Okay. Thank you everyone for being here today. It has been absolutely lovely to have you all. Special thank yous go to Doomed Sheridan, Weird Soup, Eat, Scrolling, come on, I don't want to miss anybody. There we go. Ayoite and my mum for the resubs, and to a little bit of Waffle for the bits earlier as well. Thank you very much, folks. But whether you are subscribed or just a follower, whether you chat, whether you lurk, whether you are in a position to donate or whether you're not, your support, however you support the channel, is very much appreciated. So thank you, each and every one of you, for being here and supporting me in the ways that you do. I wouldn't keep doing this if it wasn't for you all. So, you know, gotta recognise that. Thank you very much. Let's see who I can send you over to. What do we feel like? Let's see. Yeah, fuck it. We are gonna go and see Captain Bear Mode. Who's playing some Yakuza, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Yakuza 5. So I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. But until I do see you next, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking exorcism cars, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a fantastic Christmas, everybody. See you all soon, okay? Now, go say hi to Captain Bear Mode for me. Bye-bye.